At the beginning of Chapter 9, just then a dazzling golden light erupted from the abyssal ruins. Along with it came something profoundly unsettling. As the radiance faded, familiar words emerged once more. The path of immortality is dead. Lin snapped back to his senses. For a brief moment earlier, countless voices had whispered inside his mind, luring him deeper into the abyss. Had it not been for that golden light piercing through the great immortal severing formation, he would have already been torn apart. 15 years passed. In his 20th anchor year, truth returning finally completed its charge. With renewed confidence, Lin returned to the abyssal ruins once more. He piloted the Taihang arc smoothly through layer after layer, reaching the thunderstorm layer without major incident. There, he stopped, hovering just above the darkness layer. Suddenly, a violent wind surged. A frenzied thunder weakened, distorted by an unfamiliar force. Specks of faint light emerged from the darkness, and Lin seized this fleeting opportunity to search for the lurking horror. Nothing. The light was fading. He hesitated no longer. The Taihang arc shot downward at full speed. Then, the monstrous mouth opened again, vast beyond comprehension. This time, Lin was certain. The creature bore overwhelming malice toward mortals. Its purpose was simple: to devour anything human that dared approach the depths. Grinding his teeth, Lin veered upward at the last instant. He escaped death by a hair's breadth, retreating back into the thunderstorm lair. The behemoth halted at the boundary of darkness, unwilling or unable to pursue further. Bathed in lightning's glow, Lin finally saw it clearly. A colossal whale-like entity, so massive that the Taihang arc was nothing more than a grain of dust before it, and yet it always found him, no matter how vast the darkness. Disheartened, Lin clenched his fists. Fortunately, time was something he had in abundance. Over the next 15 years, he challenged the darkness layer countless times. Each attempt failed faster than the last. The creature's response time shortened, its pursuit more precise. Retreat became inevitable. Then, in his 35th anchor year, Lin noticed something unusual. Only on the day the white mist receded did the whale's reaction slow, delayed as though restrained by something unseen. That was enough. This time, he would gamble everything. At maximum speed, he plunged downward, for longer than ever before. Below him, an illusory brilliance drew closer. Then, that terrible cry echoed once again. The mouth opened. Too late. The simulation ended. Back in the virtual space, Lin abandoned retention and accelerated charging. His psychological age no longer increased. He had reached its limit. 748 years remained. On his 8th lifetime, he returned to Shenhong's tomb and recharged the halting steel fragment. Anchor progress rose to 51%. Not enough, but not nothing. He failed again in his 20th year, and again in his 35th. At least his mastery of the Taihang arc improved. By his 50th year, he stopped forcing the attempt. Old age dulled his reactions. Instead, he sought answers. Once more, he invited Kohong and Dawanzi under the pretext of a cultivation method. After wine loosened tongues, he revealed a painting of the behemoth. Their expressions changed. Dawanzi recalled ancient records, a long-lost beast-taming sect. Among their controlled horrors, the rift-splitting whale. No method to avoid it survived. Once again, Lin was alone. He ended his 8th life. In his 9th, he drifted. No control, no resistance. The whale did not appear. Confused, Lin allowed the arc to drift all the way down until the exit was visible. Only then did the whale emerge. Realization struck like lightning. It could not perceive objects moving at constant velocity. Laughing wildly, Lin held course. The whale missed. The Taihang arc tore through the rift between realms. Spaced, twisted violently. Blood streamed from Lin's eyes, nose, and mouth, but he laughed, and he saw it. Not one whale. Thousands. Rift-splitting whales carving darkness itself, surrounding the immortal forsaken land from beyond. The truth was far larger than escape. And that brings us to the end of this part of my simulated path to immortality.